Hello, Melanie. Thank you so much for including your work. I've got your post up right here. I note that one of your images didn't post correctly, so as is a blank right there. So just as long as you're aware. Um, Really good examples. We've got some good stuff going on here. I want to address all three of the examples you posted. I think this is a really excellent example. I think it's really super easy to understand. Um, One of the things that I had a little bit of an issue with in this is and I'm going to oversimplify things here in terms of my reaction, but one of the things that I had noticed here, one of the things I kind of went, wait a second, and I had to kind of look closer is when I first looked at this, I thought to myself, oh, well, wait a second, if this is a graphical representation of data, then it could be construed that they only use Xanax on the West Coast. And for example, where um, in Colorado, for example, so what is that? That's Lexapro. So they only use Lexapro in Colorado. Wait a second, that's confusing. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think that this map here is just a little bit misleading in that regard. So think about that. This, I think, I want to talk about this. This is one I'm going to use for my question. This is really good. It's simplistic in nature, and I think it's really easy to tell that this is directed towards very young adults. It's the Mental Health First Aid Org, which is great credibility. But this is definitely geared towards a younger audience, and I think that's pretty obvious by the style of graphic elements that are presented in this infographic. But it's easy to follow. It's target specific. It's got a really super easy directional flow, and it tells a story. So I think it's successful in that point. Now this is interesting because I think it's an interesting infographic, but I don't think it's quite as effective as it could be. And the reason I say that is because we don't really have we're not really showing things visually. It's great that the keyboard is here showing the different range of human hearing. Okay, so we've got the hiss, the muddiness, then the bass, and then we've got the sub. So my question is this: if we take this keyboard and we take these intervals of the keyboard, and then we have the decibel levels, right? Then how can we correspond this visually with the human ear or the act of hearing from a human? So what can we do to this graphic to add things visually to make a connection or a correspondence between the auditory function of the human being and how it relates to the range of human hearing as depicted in this infographic? Think about it before you answer, and then let me know what you would do to add more visual engagement into this. I'll give you a clue. Think of graphics, illustrations, icons, symbols, signs, symbols, etc. Okay, think about that. But again, my question is, how can we add more visual engagement here, specifically drawing a connection between auditory function of human beings and the range of human hearing as depicted with this keyboard? Okay, all right, great job, thanks. I really enjoyed your post, so thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to your response. Thank you.